Hi, my name is Angelat, and I wanted to go over, I guess, a little more detail about my program. Generally, how it was built. So, I guess you could say that the entry point is really main, and I basically have a thing that generates the database right off the bat, or checks whether or not it's there, and then creates the table, and then does like the main call. And that main call is here, and this is what kind of gives it the options. What makes this work, sort of, because it looks like a whole bunch of stuff. Generally, you just have the background foreground color, how many columns, and then lists. I kind of went over this in another video, but I wanted to kind of go over exactly why certain parts are this way. And so you create a list of options, then you get a pull up from here, be able to have the answer for it. And where is this? This is switch selector, dig single, and menu. So basically these are just different ways to show the information and run this kind of keyboard program, which allows you to use the keys, which is basically this one right here, Atomic Go. Anyways, it basically just you run this part of it, and then you just create a switch statement for each key. That's it. So back to this thing, you have that, and whatever answer after hitting enter, or whatever it is you have set up with it. Its API is really easy. You create a switch statement with these values from the list, and when it's one of those values, you then just run a function, and that's really it. So if you wanted to make this on your own, yeah, you would need that keyboard program. Make a function that calls it, or you could call it directly, I guess. Do a list of commands and then a switch statement. And that's basically the program itself. Nothing terribly complex there. So yeah, there's certain functions that return maybe more than one selection, so that you can select more than one thing, maybe. That's really about it. They're the same three functions. There's a utility folder that has what happens when you hit down or up or whatever, and this just formats the selection so that when you do go run that whatever, you can switch this, let's say 2 columns to say 1. Oh, it's 1 column basically then. Yeah, pretty easy. And then each one of these sub ones, once you actually select them, you just do another function that does whatever, add a command or whatever it is. Let's say search, and so when you look it up, let's go to search. I think that is CMD search, and it's basically just kind of doing somewhat the same thing. But instead of menu, it's using the single return And here's the list again. This just spits out directions, which is this top part thing, and then your switch statement again. That's it. I mean, there's not terribly too much else going on. So when you select one, you know, another thing. Wow, that didn't have the command. Go run, let's see. I'll just do select. Oh, there's only one command. FF. Doesn't do anything right now. But that command gets generated, and you can run stuff in it if you wanted to. That being, I think it's runner. Yeah, see? And this FF is, yeah, right here in the outside. And then this is what you would put in there in order to run it. I went over a video on this, but I just wanted to bring the main parts into focus so that if you wanted to build your own, you could. It's not so much a complicated thing, even if you're not kind of used to seeing this. So there was that part of it. The generate part is kind of like the same stuff I've been doing in my other videos. Another list, and then the single, and then the switch thing. So the generate part I've done in other videos where it does a shell command thing, and you know, runs whatever if you wanted. I think this was actually running go new, which I don't actually want. Yeah, that's kind of pointless actually. Well, I'll get rid of that. Anyways, this go new, for whatever reason, when I run it here, it just doesn't pull down the whole program. I honestly don't know why. Git clone does. But if I run this, and then if I go to go new, and then if I do gen serve, let's say, at least it wasn't working prior. I don't know if it'll work now. I don't know what it's doing, to be honest. But it didn't work before, and oh. Create this one file. I don't know. Did this one file. Yeah, just did like the main file. And that was it. No, not even the gen. Or wait, where did it go? Maybe I'm looking at the wrong thing. Do. Yeah, I don't know. I don't even know what it did. My prog. Oh, it did bring it down. That's weird. I don't know why it works now. That's interesting. Anyways. So I guess that's fine to have. I just it wasn't working for me before, so whatever. Anyways, it does that, brings the project down, and that's pretty much it for that command. And then certificate is just this function which does this whole thing in order to ask a question, which when you run it, there's the question, and then it actually grabs the answer. I did learn if you do scanline, it doesn't like it in a switch statement because I guess it's blocking. So I use this instead, and buffer scanner, and I guess it's may not be able to take in a giant amount of text, but it works 10 times better inside of a switch statement. Anywho, so yeah, that's basically how I ask questions in the program, and it's just this code. It's really easy. And then another shell command in order to generate the certificates. And the TLS one does the find text and return, which is basically you got to put the file in. It looks for this text in that file, which is where are you? In the main. This import text and replaces it with the imports. Well, it's near the bottom, and then updates it, and it just keeps doing that. Same thing with removing the stuff. I remove certain imports and I add certain things, and that's generally what's going on in this program. It's using the keyboard thing so that I can do up and down. It colors it a little, and then you do certain things and be able to ask questions and use those answers. And that's the whole program. It has a bunch of folders and everything, but that's it basically, just with some customization stuff. The reason why I'm kind of downloading this server for you is that I know because it works, because I had used it. So uploading it to DigitalOcean is something I'll go over that probably in the next video. But rest assured, I know that it works, and I've tested it on 2 different machines. So I have not tested any of this on Windows though. Alright, if you have any questions, please let me know. Okay, thank you.